Hello, hello, hello! I am Kasasagi Usagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. Before we take a step into the step, we are going to do a couple of job quests. I have Scholar and Summoner, and then I should do my 65 White Mage quest for safety, since I know there is a dungeon approaching. So let's get that done real quickly. Alcazolka has news which should be of great interest to you. Good to see you, Akali. I have made yet another discovery which pertains to you and your scholarly arts. I have come into possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional remnants of Nemean scholars. In fact, the extraordinary detail of these illustrations, coupled with information gleaned from other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it is impossible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eorzea's preeminent artisans, so that we might recreate these garments. Should they prove sufficient, authentic, I expect your fairy will regain more of her missing memories. In the hands of a preeminent weaver, say Master Redolent Rose of Sunsilk Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. But you cannot journey to Ul'dah until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My text explicitly mentioned that the plant's pigments were used to dye Nemean uniforms. The last direwort is much rarer than it was in the days of yore. It can only be found in the fog fens now. Lest you think I mean to make you do all the work, worry not. While you scour Mordona for the plan, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help, though I doubt it will require much effort. That is still me doing all the work, but okay. Mordona. If I remember correctly, aside from like the hats that you get as a scholar, the scholar outfits are fairly cute. They just give you a really stupid hat, and they don't stop giving you a really stupid hat. It's like the summoner and their horns. It's like the essential item that these classes have from their very pixel art. You are a collector of hats. You can actually get past these guys by walking. A connoisseur of hats? I have noticed on your caps that you always have the steampunk hat. Yeah. Oh, beans. I'll simply destroy everything with Art of War, the strongest AoE in the game. Thank you, fellow scholar. I will also help you destroy your shit. Back when I was reading, it was the second tier of Eden. I had a scholar co-healer. I was a white mage, and they were a scholar co-healer. And despite white mage's big, strong abilities, because of how savage kind of works and the constant movement, they were just kicking my ass in damage. Because scholars have rune 2, which is an instant cast. Oh, did I not finish collecting? I didn't actually finish collecting. They have an instant cast. So while there's a big fight where there's tons of birds, and eventually the birds make a giant tornado, in the Savage version of the fight, and you have to collect balls. There's a black ball and a white ball, and you have to hit the black one, and then someone else has to hit the white one, and you do that. But you also have to be doing damage to this boss, because after this resolves itself, there is it's pretty much enraged, and I'm like, glare takes so long to cast that I can barely cast one, and meanwhile my Scholar Coheal is just like pew 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 pew, making me a fool. Just like I can't do any damage. And I'm just like, well, they just constantly, scholars constantly kick ass of damage. It's rough. What am I doing? Oh. I'm just rune tuning. And I don't think it's right, and I don't think it's fair. I don't need my map to be that huge. Yeah. And then they have the instant AoE. Sorry, Weavers. They slam. They have the instant AoE too. So it's not as big as Glare, and it doesn't have a stun. But fuck, it's instant. You just get in the middle of it all, and you just. Pew. Meanwhile, 6 seconds to cast Glare. Holy, it's fucking brutal. I suppose you do have a rather scholarly air about you. I've been expecting you, Akali. Have you the leaves of that and Alkazolka's designs then? Design. Leaf. Crafting remnants have not been seen in 1500 years. This is indeed a daunting challenge. But it is one I suspect I will enjoy a great deal, for rare is the day a weaver receives ancient fashion. I shall begin at once. You may observe if you like, but be aware it will be a lengthy process. And then poor astrologians. The poor astrologians, whose entire kit changes every expansion, and then every half expansion. And their AoE is just okay. It's not as big, it doesn't stun, it still has a cast. They don't have an instant attack. Except one that you can do every 3 minutes, I think. It makes your spells for 10 seconds cast instantly. It has been some time since I labored with such intensity. I adhered to Alkazolka's designs as best I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with textiles and weaving led to what I can only assume are errors. I know. I was an astrologian main this tier, and I was miserable. I was so incredibly miserable because shield healing is not fun. Not on Astrologian anyway. Especially when you can have like Astrologian's regen is superior to their shield by a large margin, but because we had a white mage, I was told I had to be the shield healer, and I was just like, I wasn't doing enough like overall healing. I could not do enough damage. Yeah, it was just not very good. You will note that I could only. Actually, Astrologian shields do not stack with Scholar shields. Regen stack, but not shield. That's the big problem with Astrologian. And so you overwrite each other's shields. You will note that I could only complete the collets. That is because the other garments require skills, which I do not possess. Mistress Serendipity and Geva of the Goldsmith and Leatherworkers Guilds respectively can provide the finishing touches to the remaining pieces. But you were unaware that I could not craft the full set by myself, weren't you? Very well, I shall send word to them on your behalf, Akali. You will need only visit each guild and present to them my unfinished work. I believe the only shield that stacks is the White Mage shield, which is their, Divine Benison? What's it called? This will stack, but none of the Scholar and Astrologian shields don't stack. So, and the reason why, that's why Astrologian can be both, because it can be the shield healer with a white mage, and then it can be the regen healer with a Scholar. It was supposed to be the balance between two worlds. Oh sweet, I have pants. Where am I going? Gold. When Endwalker comes out, Astrologians will no longer have shields. And they will be pure regen healers. And Sage will be the new Scholar, or the new shield healer. So then I suppose they'll have to make shield stack. Because then you're completely removing a healer, the new healer from the equation, or the old healer. It will not. You will get swords, though. Or whatever those things are called. Greetings, Akali. Red said you'd be along shortly, so let's see that mortarboard. That's fair. It's, I have found it's very helpful to have, like, 2 different jobs, going at the same time. Because you'll definitely hit walls and stuff, but it's nice to, like, when Shadowbringers came out, they had the gem system, where if you did fates, you got gems, and then you unlocked things you could buy with those gems, the more fates you did, and that was super fun. So it was nice to not overlevel my summoner and do a whole bunch of fates on red mage, and do all the side questing on red mage. That's how I played Shadowbringers, and it was a real interesting way to go about it. So I was constantly busy because I was waiting to do stuff with my FC at the time. So 1 job for questing, 1 job for side questing. This shouldn't take long. Wait here a moment. Here it is, as promised. Amazing what a difference a mithril tassel can make, isn't it? Wear it with pride, Akali. Now off you go, and be sure to enjoy your time in Gridania. This Scholar one, or they're not gonna let me wear my hat because my robes are too good. This Scholar one, you just go to the cities, and I think that's excellent. Instead of fighting bullshit, they just give it to you. She's the leather workers lady, I believe. Gava. I don't have spoon. Akali, the woman who would single-handedly revive the scholarly arts. Alright then, show me what you've got. Master Rose's work is marvelous, as to be expected. This will be a pleasure. She does work. There you go. 1 pair of fingerless buffalo leather gloves, perfect for the scholar who prefers that her protection does not come at a cost to dexterity. Oh, the boots? Belly will see to those. He's an expert cordwainer, so you needn't worry about the quality. Besides, I've already spoiled you by making your gloves for free. Oh, you're not Belly. I was like, excuse me, sir. You're the scholar, yes? I've been instructed to assist you. If you would please let me see Master Rose's work. This craftsmanship is amazing. I can't wait to get started. Here you are, madam, made with the finest boar and buffalo leather in accordance with Alka Zolka's designs, which are very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the completed set. I know I would be, had I gone to such great lengths. You ought to surprise him by wearing the garments when you next meet him. Oh god. I'm gonna get pushed into a locket. Wants me to wear the hat. Oh, why did I do it this way? Ugh, it doesn't matter. I don't have any other clothes. I'll just throw this on real quick. There we go. Now I look very scholarly. In my crafting dress and my scholar hat. Excuse me. That's so bad. By the gods, I feel as though I've been transported backwards through time. You are the very image of a Nemean scholar of Eld. Well, minus the gown, but still, never in my wildest dreams did I think it would turn out this well. Huh, I see you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say, we can consider this a great success. Alkazolka wishes to propose another way you might rekindle your fairy's memories. Ah yes, I forgot to mention that while I was awaiting your return, I made considerable progress in deciphering the Nemanian tablets. Much of what I have learned until now has pertained to the roles of scholars within the military. However, these latest texts offer insight into a scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particularly stirring account describes their selfless efforts to combat the spread of a vigilant plague, which at one point threatened to engulf all of Nim. Naturally, they did so with the aid of their fairies, which is why I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to awaken your winged companion. If you are of a mind to test my theory, why not journey to Camp Bronzelake? You will find no shortage of the sick and wounded there. Rukasa Farasa would doubtless welcome your services were you to offer them. He presides over the Warm Wines Saltorium, so be sure to have a word with him if you decide to go. Just bumble my way through all those words. Alright, I need to take off this dumb hat. Hello and welcome to Bronzelake. If you desire treatment, Pardon, you wish to administer treatment? Are you even qualified to... Wait, you must be Akali, the scholar. We are happy to accept any assistance you can provide. I'm told you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the spring who would benefit from this care. Pray attend to these individuals and return to me when finished. I'm pretty sure all the healers can cast Asuna. My lungs! I can breathe again! Bless you, miss. Bless you. What's this one? Huh? Huh? What the? Why'd you have to go and do that? Ah, bugger, now they'll take me wine away. What do you have against the astrologians? Man, that's true. What did you do? You took something from me? Something bad? I don't know what you did, but I'm glad you did it. Thank you. Playing Astrologian made me so miserable, but at the end of Read, I would just cry. I was just not having fun, and I enjoy raiding so much. I felt like such a detriment to my team. Huh? What's this form? Did you do that? Thank you, whoever you are. You've set me free. I no longer feel his eyes upon me. Incredible, absolutely incredible. What you did for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Their commanding officers will be pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Alcazolka have my deepest thanks, Akali. That's what Lalafell. It's getting a lot of undue credit. A fellow bunny-eared cat. Yes. Absolutely. Akali, Rusiko Furusa tells me that your potent magic exceed all expectation. Had a good time, did you? I thought you might. It warms my heart to see the two of you making such great strides, and it reminds me that I must work harder to see that I'm not left behind. For the nonce, I will resume deciphering the Nemerian tablets. Though they have yielded an immense quality of information on the scholarly arts, I remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactical information. Yeah, it was taking me into cutscene territory. I was like, what? Meanwhile, in the Garlean Empire? Okay, so now we go to Gridania. With any luck, I can have some of these to 50 by next week. I have to be more diligent with my roulettes. I have not been logging on to Final Fantasy nearly enough. Summoning. Yamitra wishes to share with you her thoughts on dealing with Tristan. Greetings, Akali, though it is good to see you, I'm afraid I have yet to ascertain Tristan's ultimate objective. I only know that he is cunning and brutal and will stop at nothing to achieve his purpose. As matters stand, we but chase after this man's shadow. Such a straightforward pursuit will, I believe, lead us ever one step behind. Our sole advantage is the treasure we possess that Tristan appears to covet. Eventually, his desire will bring him to us. Where and when Tristan will strike I cannot say, but it is unlikely to be on a field of our choosing. Thus I suggest we prepare for this inevitable conflict as best we may. As fortune would have it, the ruins of Mordona may have provided us with a new source of strength. Word among the Scions is that a set of Invoker's attire has been unearthed. Made during the region of the Allegan Empire, these enchanted garments were sewn from the elusive use of summoners. I can only imagine the degree to which they will enhance your already impressive powers. The man supervising the excavation efforts at St. Koenig's find, Rambroros, is a dear friend of mine. In light of our circumstances, I am certain that he will consent to a request that you be allowed to don the attire. Shall we pay him a visit? Back to Mordona. I also know Rambroros. My man owes me many favors, I would say. I think I forgot I could fly it while I was here on Scholar, and made my life harder than it needed to be. Ah, Yamitra, I suspected you would make an appearance before long, and I presume this fine lady is the new summoner I've heard so much about. Sir, you know me. Yes, hopefully the first of many. Now pray tell, Rambroros, has the discovery of the Allegan Maid Invoker's attire been confirmed? It has! Truly a historical find. Then I would ask a boon of you, my friend. You recall the predicament of which I spoke? Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if you would allow Akali to wear the Allegan garments. Well, she is a summoner after all, and I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect the attire will have on one with the appropriate training. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on the part of our excavation team. 'Tis a frustrating task at times, and I fear they will be loath to part with the garments without some measure of recompense for their efforts. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosities of Allegan construction, known as Mirrorites, have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mordona. Needless to say, they pose a dangerous threat to our excavators. I suggest you speak with the 3 field researchers and dispose of any such nasty hindrances to their work. I dare say that they will then gladly surrender the pieces of the attire they hold. Once I have confirmation that our dig sites are suitably empty of armored horrors, I will see your reward and the garment that I myself recovered from the ruins. A mere knight looks just over yonder. I can scarce think straight with that thing wandering about. Oh gods, it approaches. I forgot how to play this class.
Zatham, 777.
Absolutely. Hey, Xanth. Welcome back. You never left, technically, but... Whew, you have my thanks. Now I might finally be able to concentrate on my tasks. If I'm not mistaken, you were in search of the Evoker's attire. I have one of its wondrous pieces right here. You are most welcome to it. Thank you. Thank you much. Praise the gods, Remember sent an adventurer would be along. Please, you must destroy that horrid construction. Just this. Just streaming. Oh, Xanth. You've just been busy bee. Thank you for eliminating the source of my recent nightmares. I do not ordinarily stutter so, but as you can see, abject terror has an effect on folk. Now, I heard from Ymitra that you have needed this Alagon garment. I should be glad to see it put to practical use rather than shut away in some dusty vault. It's okay. The most important thing I can ask out of anybody is that they simply take care of themselves. And it's okay that you're not here all the time. It's like, because you're doing you things. No, I actually think that's a healthy thing to do. Unwind a bit. Mirror Knights, yes, they have become quite bothersome. I would be most appreciative for you to eliminate the creakling pest that's been plaguing me of late. I sincerely think you should for your own well-being. Thank you for... Especially if you're going back to school soon. Oh, you said that. Oh, Lord. I did that to myself. It's very hard. Oh, there you go. Just the one more. You can do it. Fascinating. I never thought I would be fortunate enough to observe a conflict against an Alagon construction at such close quarters. This has been a deeply enriching experience. If the price is to be my piece of the Invoker's attire, then so be it. Do you, you're getting your associate's degree, right? Oh, you're on your oh, your bachelor's degree. Right. Are you gonna try for your master's? Fair enough. The champion of my researchers returns. With the ruins now free of Mirror Knights, the excavations can proceed at a far more satisfying pace. Trembling in fear for one's life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts that have a tendency to crumble into dust. You have performed a valuable duty for us, Akali. As promised, you shall have the Summoner Garment uncovered by my own hand as your reward. No, I think a break is good. Ah, yes. Ymitra mentioned she would await you at Acapulco Falls. It seems there was no doubt in her mind that you would succeed here. God. Unfortunately, I think I'm one class away from my associate's degree, and a year and a half away from getting my bachelor's degree. Of course, time has erased all the knowledge I once possessed of anything that I was doing. But I was double majoring in, I was double majoring in psychology because I wanted to be a therapist at one point in time. And then I wanted to major in something that I really truly enjoyed, which was history. Um, and then, well, I actually wanted to be a psychiatrist. And they told me that to be a psychiatrist, on top of my 2 majors, I also needed to minor in bio. And I was like, no. I don't think so. I really enjoyed it. I actually didn't take a whole lot of psychology classes. It was mostly history classes. I was gonna do the psychology classes last. Yeah, psychology is really, really interesting. I get a little worried. So I was gonna go back, and then COVID happened, and that ruined all of my plans. I don't know, I feel a little too old to go back to college. Because the older you get, the harder it is to retain information and, like, study and stuff, so I don't personally think I could do it. I know, that's what a lot of people say, but it is true that it's harder to... I'm very happy for you, Zath, though. Only a semester left. It's really, really impressive, and you have a lot to be proud of. So, I think you should take that week off, but I understand why you're not. One day at a time. So this was how the summoners of Old were clad. Well, more or less. It is unfortunate that the ruins have yet to surrender the final piece to the Scions. These garments, aside from the coloring, they are identical to the garb Tristan wore. He will find no edge against you through his equipment. When next you face that murderous cad, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented summoner. Of course, I will see you soon. It is daunting to imagine an Eggy born of the Lady of the Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitably airy location in which to perform the ostricities of wind. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare yourself body and mind for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. Ymitria wishes you to attempt the next summoning ritual. I sense Garuda's restless essence railing within the confines of your etheric channels. It is time we granted it release with the auspicities of wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purpose. You are familiar with the floating city of Nim in outer Lenosia? As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I'm quite excited to see this new Eggy. I said outer Lenosia? Shall we begin? I assume this is your third such experience. You have by now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I would have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incessant gale of screeching wrath. Garuda's essence will only be too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Eggy has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. What? I've never had to wait for a duty before. Must be busy on the servers today. I am number one. It was my hat, Mr. Krabs. I was number one. This is my favorite. I think it's so cute. Oh, and it plays Garuda's theme. Fucking fantastic. Don't do that. Don't hit. Garuda's theme is so good. Oh. I think Garuda and well, Garuda's song is technically the same the entire way through, but the then fall moment is so fucking good. Shiva also has a very good transition. Brute Justice is very good. You are right. I'm not being very good somewhere. I'm a little distracted, I think. Don't hit me like that. Oh. She almost died. I think that would have been the end of it too. Masterfully done, Akali. Garuda's Eggy's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner for my research. Let us return to Epicolu Falls. I'm sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal. Oh, Epicolu Falls. I can't even think of them. Oh, there's a Stormblood trial that has a lot of good music shifts too. Can't speak of it yet, but it is very good. To the patches. Power. I need more power. With the addition of Garuda Eggy, you now command 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities has a particular role in which it excels. For Garuda Eggy, that role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension at how faithfully the summoned being displays the original Primal's volatile disposition. Experiment with your Eggy allies, and the most effective use of their individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of the art at your disposal, I shall almost pity Tristan when he chooses to confront you. Before the time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce the mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Akali. I know, every time we see Eggies, I'm just like, Eggo waffles? Delicious. When you have the soul of the summoner equipped, casting a spell summon will now call upon Garuda Eggy instead of Emerald Carbuncle. Alright, we are deep into this, so we have to go hurry along. Eggo waffles. I don't have a waffle maker. I would love a fresh, crispy waffle, but I do not have the meats. Sylvie is eager to resume the search for Gaddy. Hello, Akali. Oh, we're very close. I thought you might be along soon. As for Gaddy, I spotted her more than a few times, but she flees the moment she sees me. One thing I've learned, though, is that wherever the whispers lead, that's where Gaddy is to be found. And since the forest spirits are particularly agitated today, we should have no trouble tracking her down. Come with me to the place we lost her the last time. We can start our search from there. I wish I could fly. I bet Q has flying here. I need to get Q a 2-seater mount so she can take me places. Tell me how much you love your polar bear. I'm best boy. That's fair. You're making the right choice. This is how you play Final Fantasy. Promise. It's terribly faint, but I sense a thread of unease leading away from here. Come on, it's this way. Yeah. It might be because you're a lower level, so your skill speed is lower than what you are normally used to. Or it's something. It's simply because your stats are lower, which is why it feels slower. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you're just slower, but yeah. There's plenty to do, and no real shortage of time to do it. We're getting close now. Can you feel it? Quiet your mind and reach out with your senses. Depends on what you want to take into Endwalker, I imagine. Paladin's the star class for Endwalker. When you're around, I find I can hear the voices of the elements more clearly. I suppose it's easier to be tranquil when you have a veteran white mage on your side. Let's move on, shall we? Gunbreaker is also quite good. I know. I'm Benison, the Gunbreaker. The Gunbreaker does Super Bowl Lied. I let the Gunbreaker perish. I rarely venture this far south. The air always feels so heavy. No, I would heal them up. It's just really funny because I'm like, oh, their HP is low. I'll benison them, and they're like, oh, my HP is low. I better Super Bowl Lied. And depending on who does what first, it's a disaster. It's always very funny. The Serpent Scouts do not often venture into this area. I suppose there aren't a lot of Imperial troops wandering around in the muck. Did you see her? I think that might be Gaddy's mother. Come on, let's go. I will say this. They made a change. I will say this. They made a change in Shadowbringers that once you have a class to 80, you get a boost to XP for all your other classes. So once you have one at max level at present, it becomes slightly easier to level all the rest. Yep. Careful, Akali. She seems awfully angry for some reason. Of course. I know why you're here, and you'll not have her. Not unless you want to sprout feathers. It's time for you to leave. You're Getty's mother, aren't you? We're not here to take her away. We're here to help her. I'll not fall for your lies, Conjurer. Get away from us. Not now. Mama. No, Gaddy, they'll see you. It's fine. It's just one of my turns. Gaddy, you're a Pejo? Mama, no, you can't. The Aether, it's overwhelming. And the Voidsent have come to feed. We can't let them hurt her. Have you? That's... There we go. I know. I wish they hadn't taken that word from us. Oh, shit. As they should be. Please don't. I almost beamed that very badly. Again. Oh, she's dead, Crab. Gaddy's fine, just exhausted from expelling so much ether. She'll wake up after she's had a chance to rest. Speaking of which, you should be resting too. Your heart's in bad shape, isn't it? I managed to calm the attack, but the condition itself was beyond my art to heal. It grows worse by the day. I'm grateful for all you've done today, Conjure, but naught has changed. My daughter stays with me. Please, just leave us. Listen to me. We did not come to whisk away your child. If we wanted to, we would have taken her while you lay senseless. We came to learn what was upsetting the elementals and what could be done to ease their disquiet. And it seems the answer lies in stopping the Voidsent from coming after Gaddy. Can you truly stop these monsters from hunting her? The worse my illness becomes, the more often they come sniffing about. creatures of nightmare they are, with their greedy eyes and grasping claws. We will help you in any way we can. I am Selphie, and this is Akali. Please tell us more about Gadi and these monsters. No. You Gridanian charlatans are not to be trusted. You saved us this time, it's true, but you don't go, but if you don't go now, the whisper of my bow will be the last thing you'll ever hear. Wait, I'm begging you. We promise not to say a thing to the guild. We swear by the matron herself, right, Akali? Sure. The conjurers I've met before were arrogant, condescending. You, on the other hand, seem far more sincere. I will take you at your word, for now. My name is Scions. It was 12 years ago that I fled Gridania with my infant child. She was born a Pagel, and you know what that means. She was to be chosen by fate, destined to convey the elemental's will to the people of Gridania. The conjurers would have snatched her from my arms and taught her to be a servant of the forest spirits. By Gridanian law, they were well within their rights to do so. But my husband was dead, and Gadi was all I had left. I could not bear to let her go, and so I fled. I can hardly imagine how hard that must have been, living out here in the wilds, raising a child by yourself. But while I can understand the choice you made, Gadi's lack of control over her Pagi powers is putting you both in danger. And the aether bleeds from her in a torrent whenever she is upset or afraid, drawing in the void scent again and again. I hate to say this, but there may come a day when you won't be able to stop them. Is there naught that can be done? We just want to live in peace. Here's an idea. I'll stay with you and teach Gadi how to control her aether. That way I can continue your treatment and solve the problem with the void scent at the same time. All without telling the Conjurers Guild, of course. Hello again, Gadi. I used my conjury to help your mother feel better. Would you like to learn some magic too? Really? You know magic that can help Mama? Please teach me. Thank you. This means so much to us. We can talk more inside the house. I'll walk them inside and then return to Castrum Orines. I'll see you back there, Akali. We're just not gonna tell the Conjurers Guild. We'll just lie. No problem. Ooh. This place is super pretty. I like that it's on the edge of like the forest and the desert. And so it's an in-between state of affairs. The forest starts to slowly trickle off. It's all sand and canyons. I'm sorry, I sort of took matters into my own hands there. I know it's a lot to ask, but can you please keep this a secret from the Guildmaster for the time being? We should consult Brother Asumiyan. If we do that, the guild will take Addie away from her mother, and we've seen what happens when the girl gets upset. And besides, Zenj may not be along for this world. Gaddy should spend as much time with her as possible. I remember what it was like to lose a loved one. But please don't think emotions swayed my better judgment. I've thought this through, and I understand it won't be easy. That's why I need your help. Okie dokie. I technically have a dancer quest to do, but we will do that next week, I think. To the as-in step, I'm gonna go collect Q very quickly. Where is Q? Q should be in chat. No, next week. Hello, Q.
Hello.
Hello. Are you ready?
Yes.
How was your warrior quest?
It was good.
I know the warrior quests get buck wild at some point. I don't know if you're quite at that point yet.
It's not super wild yet. The girl in the warrior quest is from the As-in Step.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's one of the tribes here. Well, not one that you'll find out in the wild, but what you see of the steppe is a small portion of it. Is it just me, or is everyone here Zayla? I must confess, this is my first time on the steppe. Nice. Yagiri has a simple plan for finding Lord Hien. You can grab the gunplates now. Understood. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Get that 80. Hey Yagiri, I've been meaning to ask, there are an awful lot of Zayla here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Zayla since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, they are a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lise, why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zayla warriors, who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin, and the weather unforgiving. The Zayla found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I have a lot to learn. Later, we're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we can't learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Akali, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Buzz, fresh buzz. Your choice of lamb or zizo, guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, miss? A doman? Unless another Jassar is keeping him in her yurt. He is not here. More fool her if she took a doman for a husband. But enough about domans. Let us speak of Buzz instead. You cannot come to the Azim Steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies. What fortune you have come to hither at this time, freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too, hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages, if you desire only a snack. A doman? Poor meat they make domans. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of some few days ago. Roasted fish with pumpkin, an exotic foreign delicacy, cooked to perfection, beloved throughout the steppe. Come, come! You seek domans? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if you were Goro you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved. So smooth and silky your mane shall be the envy of every other man. Huh? Say again? You are seeking who? Ah, the Doman. I know of who you speak. He comes and goes with a mole girl. Though I could not describe her, I only know that she is mole because I heard them talking as they passed. With the chats in mode and say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase that contains mole. To ask the Zealot in reunion if they are of the mole tribe. There. You did well to travel so far. This is weird. I am Ura, if you must know. Come down from the mountains in the north if there is nothing else. Yes, I am Mole. My name is, Serena. May I help you? Oh, I see. You are looking for Hien? In that case, how urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The kin say, will you buy it? There is but one bundle left. If not, then... I will! Though I had not thought to pay so high a price. It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own, and you will leave with nothing. Please, I must have this kin sight. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will. Pay me the difference in whisper root. I will sell it to you. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass the reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for your kindness. I am so sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that kinsai. I know, she's really adorable. Dancer weapons for Miet. I'm gonna throw those bad boys on immediately. Ooh, look at them. Hold on. Oh, they're super cool. There we go. I love them. These are still 65, right? They're super cool. Serena does not usually depend on the kindness of strangers, but will gladly make an exception today. You want to help me? Is that it? I do not know what to say. Thank you, Akali. Thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander from the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough whisper root. Return here when you have finished. Good luck. Oh, I will take that sippy. You not paying taxes has not gone unnoticed.
Uh-oh.
What's your uh-oh?
I also have not paid my taxes. And I have over 200,000 beans.
So many beans. Oh, I should have done this on this. who does pay tax. Not all of them.
Listen, if there was a button to pay more than 100 beans at a time.
I know. I don't know what to do with all the beans. My biggest problem is, like, a lot of the things that you can do with beans. Oh, I don't know if this will count for this. A lot of things you can do with beans, makes more sense if I was a real person on screen and not an anime. But I am, in fact, an anime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it did work for us. Oh, they are peeing in shout chat. That's a choice. I could do a stretch redeem. There's...
Maybe it's on a different one?
Yeah, I know there's one up here. It's on a different one. I bet... Southeast. Yeah, so it's this one. Oh. How does it get stuck so much? It's not up here either. Oh. I saw it. Outfit changes would be cute, but that requires
A lot of work.
Well, no, because I could just swap models, I think, pretty easily. I think Mama Moss has different outfits, but I know she's she looks like a 3D model. It's a little easier to swap the 3D models, I believe. Welcome back, Akali. Have you brought the Whisper Root? Because with the, if you use the, oh, I can't even think of what the program's called, but you can, like, there's outfits that people have available that you can just download and put on your own model. Because all the models have the same basic body structure. So that people have, like, hats and glasses and that you can just download. It's why people prefer the 3D models. Because you can do a lot with them. You're sort of stuck when you have a 2D model with the drawn what have yous. Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice? It shall. The kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Odin rarely have need of such herbs, but so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here, as they guided my grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west. Yes. Ask away.
Hey. How goes the search? Any luck?
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Yes, Vroid makes things very, very easy.
Oh, please.
It is I who should be grateful.
What made me go with 2D was the artist that I found, because I was having a really hard time finding people, because I definitely couldn't do it myself. I like 3D too, and I was originally looking for 3D, but like the wait list, I found someone that I really, really liked, I believe, for 3D, and his price was super good too, but he was booked until February, I think, at the time. And I started streaming in November, so it was a long wait. So the girl I found who did the 2D models, and I was like, I'll fucking take it, because it was so hard to find someone to get it commissioned. And then the person who rigged them also did 2D rigs, so that is simply why I'm 2D. I was just what I could find at the time. And I was having a really hard time making Vroid work and making the avatar that I wanted. And I asked a couple of people who I knew used like Blender and stuff, but they weren't making models or anything like that. The hardest part about a 2D model, I think, aside from where you are a little bit limited, is finding because I wasn't gonna use Vroid once I had the model. There was a really good program that I really liked. Is finding a system that uses that can take the 2D model and make it move. And there were very few programs that could do it. There's the HoloLive program, but that works on your phone. So I'd have to have my phone constantly running and synced up with my computer or something like that. And that was obnoxious. And I could not get that to work the way I wanted. So I'm using, there's not a lot of programs that work well with 2D. So I'm using FaceRig right now. And FaceRig is only going to last till the end of the year. I don't know if the HoloLive thing has changed. FaceRig is not very good, and this FaceRig switched to AmazeRig. And FaceRig is run by the people that run the EN HoloLive girls. And they made AmazeRig, and you have to pay a subscription to use the camera, and you have to pay to put your model in the program. And then the guy was like, it's only $1 to put your thing into the system. You pay hundreds of dollars for your models. What's one more dollar? And I was like, bro, that's not even the point. I was so mad reading the comment section. And this guy's like, it's only $1. It was the same tone deaf response of like, you all have phones, don't you? It's like, that's not the fucking point. Yeah, so like, if you don't pay the subscription for AmazeRig, then you can only stream for 45 minutes, I think it is. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is my model. I'm paying for your product. I'm paying for the subscription fee. I shouldn't also have to pay $1 to put my model into it. And I hate FaceRig because when I was using the 3D modeler and just kind of trying it out, my glasses didn't bother it, so I could actually blink and wink and stuff. I can't do that with FaceRig, so Kaza's constantly on an automated blink system, and I feel like it takes away a lot of the emotion that I can get across, because you don't see me close my eyes in absolute frustration, as I often do, because the camera can't register my glasses. Or it registers my glasses, but it doesn't register the way my eyes go. So that's super frustrating. So there have been more 2D programs out and about. I have not tried any of them yet. That's true. I could do hats. I have thought about that. Sprightly gave me a list of things that I do have in my Google Docs. And I did use a couple of them. Yeah, and yeah, so I've even actually tried it without my glasses, but first of all, as the as we've all seen, I can't fucking see shit without my glasses. And then I'm so squinty that it doesn't register my blinking anyway. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's okay. That was an experience. It was a very funny experience. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do when FaceRig runs out. It seems like the main 2D program is gonna eventually be on desktop. If it's on desktop or a little more, I'll have to try some things, but I'm gonna cross that bridge when I inevitably am forced to cross it. I'm hoping FaceRig sort of works for a little bit longer. But yeah, it's only $1. Don't you pay hundreds of dollars? Fucking hilarious. Yup, yup. No, that's super fair. Live 2D. That's on Steam, right? I did see Live 2D, and at the time FaceRig had more. At the time FaceRig had better commentary. Yeah, I will look into things. It's not something I have to worry about just yet, but yeah. Uh,
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second! Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
if you do a Kingdom Hearts style, you'll have to do 2D. I don't think there's any way to get
Those
that.
boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes.
Quite in the way of 3D.
The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castir. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castir. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words!
As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan-san, which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Kestir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You seek Hien, yes? I know where he may be.
I like a good fight as much as anyone, but we should probably find Hien and head back to Doma as soon as we can. The people have spoken, and Lord Hien will heed their words. He must. If she knows where Lord Hien is, then what are you waiting for? Ask her. Jesus. Sorry I kept us in a cutscene so long. Serena knows where you might find Lord Hien. Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien, near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Doman set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment. Here, he has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our lord and master. I know that the polar bear is a summer mount, but you just have an array of Christmas mounts. With your little snowman.
I have 2.
I know, but you only have like 6. How dare you? How dare I? I'm gonna fall off this. Oh, it can't because this is the edge of the world. It's so pretty here.
The Kami are merciful! My Lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head? Which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You giddy. Gorsetsu. And,
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea, they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation, to oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Cyrilla, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home. I have made my decision. You, Giddy. I bid you return to Yanxia and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of a Zayla army.
You mean to participate in the Narden?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. 'Twould be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Narden and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing the Mole in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, Yugiri. But take heart. I shall keep him safe. And should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more, I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Has he truly recovered from his wounds, I wonder? I believe a match may be in order. He's a lot more straightforward than I expected, and he's certainly not short on confidence. But maybe that's the kind of leader Doma needs if they're going to beat these odds. And hey, we've come this far, haven't we? Who's to say we can't go even further? I know, that's all I can think of when I see him too. Akali, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell, disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. I look like a clown. I need a new chess piece. Lord Hien? These are not chess pieces. Hein is, if nothing else, an optimist at heart. So, you too have heard of the Naden, the great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in the Naden, but lack of precedent notwithstanding, I should think we would have good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win. Will they permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what Serena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Naden. And when they take to the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head to the mole Ao, where Serena and her people have made camp for the season. The season and the rest of the game. There will be an aetherite current in one of these one day, and I will know that I am not crazy. Do you dare ask? On Akali, not very many. On Casa? I actually looked that up. Yeah, on my main. Let me see. I can get this information super fast. Oh, there we go. That looks like. How many mounts we have? Why does it put me in this outfit? Hold on, let's find the answer to this question. Mounts. Casa has my main has 136 mounts and 333 minions. Oh no, I don't feel like I'm in the right place. I have wandered the wrong way. Sorry, Q. I have been holding you up completely.
No, I ran to get an aether current. And I was just watching you on stream just go straight past it.
I know, it was
and
on my
you kept
phone.
on sailing.
Serena came all this way by herself. She's braver than she looks. The beasts are never far. I saw more than a few stalking us as we walked. Truly these lands are fraught with peril. My friends, I give you the Mole Heel. The Khatun of the tribe, Temaloon, resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions. These are words I cannot pronounce well, decently, with any ability. Yeah, Casa has a lot of mounts. I just recently got all the dragons. Oh, cute. Cute, you got beamed. leave and be so tired. I contributed, yeah. I saw you have every status effect the game has to offer, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
bad
I
breath.
did.
Oh, it's you! Where are your comrades? Did you find Hien? At last, the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Sirina, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Hien. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us?
The gods know you, child. As do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearken to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardum, as a warrior of the Maul. Will you grant me this honor?
I have most of the mounts that you can get in this game. The ones that I'm missing are mostly the feast mounts, which only the top 100 players in the data center get. Not even per server. So I'm missing a bunch of those, and I'm missing a bunch of legacy mounts. Yeah. I'm missing the tank mounts, and I'm missing... Yeah, top 100 feast get the mounts. Actually, so there's a mount that a boss has in the 69 dungeon. So it's one of the last dungeons for Stormblood. It's the second boss, and he rides in a chair, and that's one of the feast mounts, and I'm forever very angry about it. Yeah, I'm missing all the tank mounts, all the feast mounts, all the legacy mounts, and then I think I'm missing 3 cash shop mounts. I'm missing the panda, the chariot, and cruise chaser now, so. I know, but it's feast only. Oh, and I'm missing a couple PvP mounts too, if only because they require wins. It's impossible. So I would have to really grind PvP to get to get a couple, like the 100 win mounts. Yeah, you need 100 wins in the ice PvP circuit, and then 100 wins in the steppe PvP. And I think that's mostly what I'm missing. Oh, PvP is fun. You just follow and you kill and you lose. You mostly lose, but no one's mad about it. It's not like WoW PvP. No one's calling you pog slurs. People just don't care. PvP used to be really, really, really brutal. When I was on Aether, originally, when I started off on Aether, the Twin Adder was the best team, which is what I was on, and I won constantly. I had such a good PvP record. And then I went to Crystal, and the Adders were trash there. They probably still are. And when I went, and it was the Maelstrom that was like the best team. So when the Garo event started to end, everyone switched to constant pogslers in WoW PvP. I do remember. But when the Garo event was ending and you could no longer get the horse mounts, everyone switched to Maelstrom. They switched their Grand Company to Maelstrom because that was easy wins. Because you had to get 30 wins in PvP for one of the horses, and then to get the second horse. And so everyone was in Maelstrom, and the Maelstrom queue times were insane. And so you would you would go against a full Maelstrom team, and you would not have a full Adder or a full Immortal Flames team because you didn't have any people left on your team. I would constantly get into where we'd only have, because it's 3 alliances per team. It's a 72-man sort of clash, and so I would get into PvP matches at a certain time of night, and there would only be 1 alliance, and you would be against the Maelstrom, which had the full team. But it was absurd, and that's why they've changed the PvP rules so that regardless of what team you're on, you are randomly placed into a PvP team, regardless. So you will always have the full stock. But it was madness. It was madness trying to get those horses.
To stand with them all is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardum, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Cyrena. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
Yeah, I was on Brynhildr, so I remember.
'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hartun of them all, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardum. Will you look after them?
I didn't betray the Adders. I stayed an Adder and I got my horse anyway.
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
I have my 100-win Adder horse too. It's the most boring of the 3 horses.
You. Wait. I would have words.
The Immortal Flames horse is so goddamn cool, and I have the most boring horse imaginable. I was like, God damn it, Adders. Disappoint me at every turn.
Radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory. Others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
That's some foreshadowing shit. That's some deep foreshadowing. Wherever you go, remember that you are not alone. Remember that you carry the fire for them, and they for you. Yeah, Sprightly knows. No. This is hints to something way later. For you are a traveler, are you not? She might not be aware that she's talking about the other thing. Although I have spent much time with them all, I have yet to fully grasp the nature of the Ongtun and their insights. That they value the chance encounter, and the potential fortune it brings, however, is plain. Let us try not to disappoint them. How confident and bold in speech he has grown. More and more he reminds me of his father in his youth. Thank you all for coming, and for offering to fight with us in the Nadam. Though I still fear our chances grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the mole, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there is another, more pressing matter. I guess I'll take the book. Oh, actually, this weapon doesn't seem better than what I have. 169, or 189, 189, 186, 98. Oh, it is better. Just barely. I guess I could have just compared it instead of being a lunatic. Is there anyone impressed upon you the gravity of the path you walk? My friends, I must warn you. It is! It's a little head with a wave. Yeah, it's a little wave head. So, like, you wave, and I wave. It's just a little wave. My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey into the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bandam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so must it be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles, therefore warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I'm sure that the others would be glad of your assistance. Huh. Would you go and speak with Dora Bay, Lise? As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure Gulo Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this? That your people look to the gods for guidance, I understand, but in your daily meals, I say, your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must earn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, so we will bring you a bounty of meat. Just got them entrails in her pocket. Whip them out. One day.
Why not just use your thingamajig? Your compass.
Shall the Gulu Gulu be so easily lured to the slaughter, I wonder? Or I could just check. A word of advice. Our quarry is wont to avoid the Zayla and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Akali? I have 6 bags of entrails, which we may lure to our Golo Golo. 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns with the greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Then it is settled. Gogetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. I had forgotten, so it's been a very, very long time since I did anything with Stormblood. I forgot this man had any personality at all. Like, I could not tell you before we did this if he had a personality. And I would argue at one point that he did not. It just kind of exists. The watchtowers of Molio are still visible in the distance. It seems unlikely that the Gulu Gulu would venture this close. I'm gonna pass on this one because I know it's incorrect. And it's gonna make me fight shit. I don't wanna. Unless the flowing waters are up there? That seems unlikely, right? Right.
I'll check.
I think it's probably here.
Footprints and wagon tracks are unmistakable in the earth. Perhaps there are Golo Golo lurking nearby.
I have water here, though. The river winds its way south, the water's churning with a gentle current. There may be Golo Golo lurking here. You can put yours down wherever you want. Well, he said water, so I'm gonna do it here at the water. Where are you gonna do it?
I'll come by you.
Okay, I will wait for you.
Oh.
Go ahead and put those entrails down.
Tank stance is not on.
That's Oh, we have to do it 3 times. Well,
Amazing.
I thought we would just get 3 from them. Well, we've really gone and done it now. I'm sorry. Is it further up?
Yeah.
Oh. Don't worry about it. This area appears to be isolated and far from any Zayla settlements. There may be Gulu Gulu lurking nearby. Oops.
Are you gonna put it here?
Yeah. This area appears to be isolated and far from any Zayla settlement. There may be Gulu Gulu lurking nearby. It's just the one. Oh no, there's three.
There's there's an aether current nearby. It's down here-ish somewhere. I already collected him.
Oh.
So I can't say for sure.
Southwest. May have already missed it. That's okay though.
Womp.
Eh. Okay. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor. Are you? Oh, it would seem that, at the very least, you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 Gulu Gulu. Amateur hour over here. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for a Kawi, the meat of 8 Gulu Gulu did she bring. A fine day's work, and undeniably the greater portion. Bah, a loss, is it? How confident I was of my chances. Nevertheless, it is a testament to your skills as a hunter and a warrior. How fortunate I am to count one so talented among my allies. I know. I really made this man look like a fool. And with that, our game is concluded. Let us return to Molly-Lo forthwith, and let us have a Kali present our meat to Serena. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Zayla cuisine? Let not its appearance deceive you, it is quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen the state I was in. Such kindness and generosity they have shown not only my lord, but us all. Victory in the Nadam will be fitting repayment. She should be impressed when she sees the quantity we have brought. You are returned, Akali. How was your hunt? I just got a sack of meat over here. My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. She really was like, hey, oh, you can't just slaughter them all. Oh, see, it wasn't a better stick. I didn't think so. Or no, the stick just didn't make it in. There we go. Oh, it's so cute. It's just a little bush. It's a little bouquet. It's got berries on it. Look at it.
Oh, that's very adorable.
Berries. It's definitely not as cool as my old one, but it's very cute. If you wish for employment, Serena has a suggestion. It will be a little while before the meal is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbe? He has many responsibilities and would welcome your help. Nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies. Ah, one of the newcomers? Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south across the bridge. I can't get over that thing that Lee said. It's so flat, except for where it's not. Oh, Cully, are you here to help too? Great. So I suppose Dorby told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires today? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. But again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck and keep an eye on the children while you're at it, eh? I cannot seem to find any dung here. Maybe somewhere else? Oh, you are Lisa's friend? Are you here to help us too? Now it feels like we're playing World of Warcraft. not a World of Warcraft quest if you're not getting poop. Traveler, I will not lose to you. I shall find 3 times as much dung at you, at least. I can't lose to a child. How do you do? Aw, beans. I'm missing 1. I think it's over there, though. Kind of see something glowing. Unnecessary. Well, have you found your share yet? Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it. Please, look how much dung we have. Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbre will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbre. Now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near the forest, but dung works just as well as wood. I heard the mole move from place to place. That the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat, and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zayla. Ours is the soil of one and all. But you Westerners are like Domans. You live in the same place, in villages, and all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Ian talks about nation sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey, but Ian will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him, to take him back. Because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it, and maybe the things, too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words, the stories we tell ourselves and our children, everything that came before, and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us, no matter where we go. Whatever we become, that part remains. That link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine, but it's important to Ian, and to me. Some call the moles fools for listening to the Elder Gods, but it is our way. Our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about that later. It's time to go home. Dorby is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Serena know how we got on? I saw your snowflake. Welcome back, Akali. Did you speak with Dorbe? Well, then you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Ian and go get some.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much. Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Oh, it's a good fight.
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Nor you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret, would I have traded it for our people's amnesty had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before. The mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
No secrets between comrades, eh?
which makes me think you should join us next time. I dare say you have a secret or two of your own to share.
That was just what I needed. Was the food to your liking? Good, good. A new beginning lies beyond the horizon. We have but to seize it with our own two hands. Well, my friends, I, for one, am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same? Then what better time than now to undertake our trial and become full-fledged warriors of the mole? Excellent. Han is ready to become a warrior of the steppe. Now then, Suna, if you would tell us of the trial we must undertake, that we might participate in the Nadam. Ah yes, as I mentioned before, to be recognized as warriors of the steppe, one must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Badam. He embarked on a great pilgrimage, eschewing cart and horse, and walked for many malms until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Badam's Meadow. There, at the altar, as he did, you must pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the Yol. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete. Fair enough. And where is the entrance to Bartom's Meadow? You must journey far, far to the west, beyond Chakazo, where lie the bones of a great and wise woman. Beyond the ruins of Sail Ann, hidden within the mountains is a narrow pass. Follow it, and you will come to Bartom's Meadow. Sounds to me like it'll just be a trial of getting to the trial. More than you may know, on the eve of the Nadam, many strive to improve their fortune, some by abducting and enslaving warriors of other tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well. What grim expressions you wear while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not like to fall en route to a mere rite of passage. We shall proceed with all due caution, yes, but let us not worry overmuch. We will overcome this trial, and the next, until we stand triumphant. That is all there is to it, no? No. With me, my friends, to the west, to Bartom's Meadow. That's a lot of beans, Sprightly. But wait, Han! Oh dear, I knew I would forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yol will hearken to their call. Thanks. We'll try them out once we finish the trial. Let's catch up with Heen and go get some. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see the monument Serena talked about. I don't see Heen or Gogetsu. We should hurry. And you go, I wonder if you will complete the trials on your first go. Or like, it'll be, so the second boss in this dungeon isn't really so much a boss, but like a series of like, can you dodge it? Do you know mechanics? Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Serena did warn us about tribes and kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them. I won't tell you the mechanics of the second one. I'll let you kind of figure it out on your own because they are quite simple. But they're, Sprightly is right. They can catch you off guard. But I will let you. I will let you. Let you figure it out. And tax evasion. Is that the best you can do? Come, villains, come at me. They're wearing yellow. I've seen their clothes somewhere before. Ah, there you are. As you can see, they left us little choice. I gather you were forced to dispatch a few yourself. So it goes, a few less warriors to face at the Nadim, eh? Golan is not much further. That said, I should be surprised if our would-be masters do not try to subdue us one final time.
Oh, that rock, it moves.
It moved. Let it be known that we helped that little Lalafell kill theirs twice, and then they left when we summoned ours.
The Lalafell way, it seems.
A duly noted small one. Goodbye, Zath! It's a B rank. Tread softly, for we are on hollow ground and the kami are restless. Oops. This is it, the real trial. Right, this must be the pass that leads to Bardam's metal. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial, but, well, there's a first time for everything, no? Ian is ready to undertake the challenge of Bardam's Medal. Nothing left but to begin, then. To complete the trial, we must each pass through Bardam's Medal and tame a Yol. How precisely we are to do this, I am not sure, but since countless warriors before us have succeeded, I imagine we'll muddle through somehow. But enough talk. We have another to win. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
We got our new dungeon. This is a do you know how to mitigate damage dungeon? Is sort of the point. Like Stone Vigil was and the Vault was.
What does the word mitigate mean?
Take less damage. You put on your cooldowns. You know how to mitigate. Like take less damage during tank busters and how to deal with mob damage.
Tank stinks. Oh. Oh. Okay.
I want to yell at them. There's a bear is going to be attacking you. Don't stand in things.
Sorry.
You can't afford to take that kind of damage. You're getting mean really hard. So you've got to be very diligent about getting out of stuff. You
Sorry,
okay?
I'm having a coughing fit up
I
here.
hear you upstairs. There's another one coming. Yeah. Cure 2s, they do nothing. That's how much damage you're taking. A Cure 2 doesn't move your health at all. It's about on par to the damage you are doing. Nice isn't the word I. All three of those, so are gonna act up, so. Okay, so
Anything special with this boy?
yeah, I'll explain as we go. If you don't, Dragoon is a problem, as they usually. They just want to go. You probably won't get anything on you, but if you do, you see all these animals in the corner? Yeah, they're gonna start acting a fool. So he's gonna target someone. That person has to go all the way back at one of the animals. The goats will do lines, and the sheep will make little circles, because they're about to get woken up. Now move out of those the moment you can. That's the one we don't want. I don't think he becomes an ad. He just acts like an ass. They're gonna die. Because they didn't go far enough. They started attacking, walked into a circle, so they no longer had the invulnerability buff on, and immediately beefed it.
Nice.
Alright, We jump. I know. It's tempting to vote kick someone who's causing such. They're not being like abhorrent, and I told them to stop, and they did kind of stop. So. There you go. Oh, sorry, I didn't pull. I thought you were moving.
No, you didn't pull. I got him. Me. Carly Strumble. Carly Strumble.
Oh shit. You taking a lot of damage. Yeah, if you've got stuff, don't worry about holding on to it. Just blow everything. I can tell the exact moment your cooldowns wear off. Cause like, you're like, alright, we're good. Oh, there she goes.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
I'm glad you're not pulling more than this. These things are destroying you. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's where the scales really start. You really start to feel like the dungeon. So. All right, so this is the triumph one. I find it easier for everyone to get into one, like their own little triangle section.
I see. I guess I'll take the front one.
Yeah, that one's gonna be tough because the hammer's right there, but you should be okay. All right, good luck.
Who else should take it?
Oh, no fighting in this one. You have no abilities.
Oh, in the fight. Oh, yes, I see.
Nicely done, Q.
Oh god.
Stand in those, stand in those, stand in those. They didn't stand on the third one. Scoot in with me. In with me.
Oh,
in with me. We're gonna have meteors. So just stay away from each other and don't stand in Oh shit. I like lagged out. Oh, we failed. That stuff is god. Yeah. That's okay, we'll just do it again. My keys got stuck. Choice mechanics. I've never failed that before. It feels a little bad. Same thing as before, the trial never changes.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. There we go. Christ. I'm about to get sabotaged again. This is why you should stay in your own little triangle, so you don't overlap with people. Really fucked up. Wait, I'm good. Come here. Bella, come here. Q! Behind this rock. You gotta run. It's okay. Me. I do this.
That's true.
You should need those gloves. You're gonna grab those three, and then grab them, and then I'll show you where we need to stand. Over here. And the reason is why boulders will eventually start to roll along the path. Same thing again. You can pull those butterflies, and we'll hide by the treasure coffer. And great on that, or neat on that ring. Once you get into opportunity, don't do it right this second.
Yeah.
throw. Oh, no, we're good. I thought that turtle was gonna come closer.
I had to put the ring on.
Nope, no problem. That's a good choice.
Did I grab everything?
No. Just kill the turtle. Things hit you too hard to pull big like that. I know it's only one extra mob, but it gives me a chance for lilies to fill up my gauge, so I have free heals.
Oh, everything got pulled.
Just make sure you stand in the bubble, and you will be.
And buff.
Yeah, it's very important now. And it's not your fault that things are doing so much damage to you. That is simply how things are at this point. I don't feel like it's
technically over leveled.
Right. That is simply the way things are at this point.
Everything simply.
The fact that I can do damage is a good thing. You're losing aggro on one. Hey. Are you using reprisal?
Reprise.
It's a purpley button.
No, not all the time.
Okay, whenever
it
that's
only lasts for like 5 seconds.
right, but it hits all close by enemies and makes them do less damage to you.
That's
It's a good skill. This is gonna be rough, I think. There was a staff here that I would love to have. And a belt. Also fun. Alright, I need a second to put on my new shit.
Tank stance. Beast stage. Pull. Cooldowns. Slowly working.
I will do what I can to call this for you. Woo! That's the tank buster.
My tank got busted.
Yeah, consider yourself busted. That's the AoE. These things will shoot lines across the floor. And then we stay away from each other because we will drop AoEs. And they're fairly large AoEs.
You certainly didn't stay away from me.
Yeah. Look away. Ooh.
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah, they were killing each other. Yep. other ad over there. Ooh. Where is my thin air?
Should I pull him back to where he was?
Nope. Okay, don't worry about it. Look away. Yep. Destroy the wings.
Good job.
Thank you.
That was a lot of heavy healing.
Ugh. So what happens is when you don't look away, instead of being petrified, you gain confusion. And so the DPS got confusion every time and just started beating the shit out of each other. And I just allowed them. I do not believe I can Asuna it. I didn't really feel like trying. I was like, learn something. Those are pants
Ooh,
for
I
you.
got pants. And I
also
won the
got-
music.
Ooh. Also won pants. That part wasn't. I did get a staffy. So how do you feel about what happened here today?
The DPS could have been better.
Aw,
I made
they
quite a
were
few
the bard said
mistakes.
that they were new. Yeah, this
Oh,
dungeon
okay.
hurts a lot. The bard said they were new. I suspect the dragoon was also new. Simply judging by how the performance of the second trial went.
I made quite a few mistakes because I've switched some buttons around.
Yep, that's okay.
Because going from Gunbreaker to Warrior, things seemed a little wonky.
Mhm.
So doing my AoE was a little too slow for my liking.
Mhm.
Because I was looking for the button,
Yeah, it's
or I would hit the wrong button.
You did good though. This dungeon just hurts. This dungeon just physically hurts a lot. And even though that you're over leveled, your gear is still on par. It's the gear that
Yeah.
matters the most. But you did a good job. You're very strong, very brave, very beautiful.
You are also very strong.
That's only because I know what I'm doing.
No, but the heals.
I know. I let those 2 DPS eat it so much. I was like, it's not my problem.
That is also not my problem.
So the
I didn't
the
eat it.
most important thing you have to learn when healing is that the DPS's one job is to do damage and stay out of AoEs, because I should not be healing them. If the DPS is taking an absurd amount of damage, that is solely their problem, and that you just have to let them beef it. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to let them beef it. I mean, if they're taking obviously AoE damage, you heal, but you have abilities to heal that. When my tank is taking as much damage as you were, I can't stop and give one of my very precious instant heals to the Dragoon that is standing in every single AoE possible. I can't do it. I'm just gonna have to let you die. Because if you die, we all die. I should have known you'd be the first to make it through. I'm assuming you had no trouble? Well, good, good. I managed somehow, as you may have guessed. Looks like Ian and Gogetsu are still in there, though. Nothing for it but to wait, then. We'll finish up this. We did a lot of, I did a lot of fluffing around and talking. So, we didn't get as far in this as we normally would, but we'll finish up the this particular line of questing. Oh right! I've still got those whistles Serena gave me. Here's yours. I suppose we ought to give them a try, like she said.
But we didn't tame anything.
That bird we tamed.
Oh.
Up there, look! I think that means we've won them over! That one there is yours, right? The other one is mine. Oh! So that's that then. We're officially Warriors of the Steppe. And you get a new top regardless. Oh, it's a nice top that you're about to put on.
Slots remaining in my inventory.
Oh, this one's cute. You don't have any slots remaining in your inventory. You might want to get that salt.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to get that song.
Because you can't actually continue. Oh, thank you, Yak.
Yak butt. Hey.
Heh. What was the other one Yak did that it was like wah 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 wah? Thank you, Yak. They don't even know fly.
I have 4 open slots.
You've done it. You have to watch the whole cutscene over again, don't you?
No, I had
you had
one empty
You had
slot.
one remaining.
Because he's like, oh, right, the whistles, and then I was given time to take something in my inventory and throw it on the ground.
Did you use your whistle?
I did. I have to.
You look so nice. I still look like a clown.
Where's my bird? There he is.
I am like, when they
Add
change
him
my
to
top, I'm interested.
favorites, and then summon him.
Lise would like very much to know what Hien and Gogetsu are. Lise would very much like to know that Hien and Gogetsu are all right. We have to meet this man. He's part of the title of the goddamn video. I thought we'd see him today. You don't think they... No, of course not. Hyan and Gogetsu will come out any minute now. I suppose we could chat a little while we wait. Oh, so the other day, I said to Alize, I said... Silence.
Mission accomplished. Everything still in one piece?
More or less, aye. That mountainous monstrosity came as quite a surprise. Who knew that the steppe held such secrets?
I see the two of you emerged similarly unscathed. Well then, by my reckoning, there is naught left to prevent us from taking part in the Nardam.
We're under arrest.
You! Yea, you who have walked Bardam's metal. Newborn warriors of the steppe. Our Han demands an audience. You will come.
I know, we're not in bright yellow. We've
I
already...
remember those clothes. He's Oronir, isn't he? What should we do?
We have found wanting before we even begin.
Ordinarily, I would politely decline, but this may be an opportunity to assess their strength. And we do have some time before the Nardam begins. If it all goes to plan, they will be fighting for us soon enough. What say you? Shall we go and greet our comrades-to-be?
Why not? This man's the title. The whole purpose
Whatever
of it.
happens, we shouldn't keep Cyrano and the others waiting. Let's be ready to make a swift exit, alright?
We accept your Han's generous invitation. Lead the way.
Two banners. So it's not just Oronir we're dealing with.
Most radiant Brother Magni, we have brought the ones you seek.
You conquered Bardam's metal.
As warriors of the Mole, aye. You were the Han here, yes? Why have you summoned us? Mayhap to propose a joint endeavor?
Nay, Doman, we shall not speak as equals. Born of the sun are Oronir, and born of the earth are you. When I learned of trespassers, I bade my warriors take their measure, to flay them if they failed. But if by the grace of Azim they should survive their trials and emerge anointed, then bring them hither to pay tribute. Tribute, should it prove satisfactory, shall earn you the favor of the sun. His beloved shall bask in his radiance, and their supplications be duly considered.
So you want us to bow down and serve you? What if we don't feel like it?
The defiant will suffer in shadow. It would be an affront to the resplendent Azim himself to refuse this generous offer when by rights you should be condemned. But in lieu of tribute, swear fealty to the sun. Pledge to him your body and soul. Promise to serve him unto death, and you may know his glory. A generous offer granted to but few. Though perchance this is too merciful. It seems our brothers of the Boudica want you. The men only. Like the Borlak and women. Though you know them not either, I'm sure. No matter. All you need know is that you will serve one way or another.
That much does indeed seem plain. However, as we are but newborn warriors who know little of your customs, we struggle to conceive of ways in which we might be of service to the most gracious and illustrious sun.
You make mock of us, Doman. Do not do so again. You will be given a task. It will be difficult. You will carry it out. When you have accepted this, you may ask me what it is.
Because we want them to fight for us eventually. You can't go kick his ass and then be like, well, now that we've subjugated your people, time for you to fight for us. No, you can't. We gotta do things better than the Garleys. If we simply came here, conquered all the Zayla, told them to fight in our war, that is simply no better than the Garleys. I know. I probably should have left the talking to everyone else. Pretentious and preening he may be, but doubt not that he is a warrior. You saw the axe by his throne and the rage in his eyes. Favor, tribute, how easily the language of tyrants tumbles from this Han's lips. Were I Boudica, I might take offense. But I know better than to dismiss a woman outright. You demonstrate boldness, or recklessness. Time will tell. The Nadam approaches, and the Ornor reign supreme once more. Such is the will of Father Azim. Yet only fools think to triumph by the grace of the gods alone, and we are not fools. Your task will be to aid us in our preparations. Batu will tell you the rest. Finally. These are just Arianji's robes, but in blue. We're actually gonna call it there because we're a half hour over time, and I did a lot of talking and not a lot of story. Just talking about stuff that didn't matter. So, I think next week, if there's more job class stuff to do, we'll do that, and then finish up the Azim Step next week, Saturday at 5 p.m. EST. Yak. thank you so much for being here. I am off tomorrow, but Tuesday I will be back with at 2 p.m. EST with more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which we should be finishing up that week, and more Nier Automata at 6 p.m. EST. So I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I wish you all a very lovely evening, and thank you for being here. Goodbye.